Hey everyone, let's make a quick video what we're up to here today. We're out measuring roughly how much tile I want to put in. So if I can get this one section here done, I'd be satisfied for the time being, and then we can gradually work on the other ones. But got my partner here with me. It's hunting season, so we got our orange on just to be safe, even though we're on our own property. But you never know, someone's got a tree stand over in there. I haven't seen anybody ever in it, but anyhow, not supposed to be anybody here. It's all posted, but you know how that goes. So anyways, so that's what we're kind of doing. I had a guy here probably about a month ago, and actually come to see if I had a piece of equipment I wanted to sell. And that's what he does, is puts a lot of tile drain in for guys here. So he kind of told me how he does it, what's the best way to go about it. And of course, if I was going to bring them out with the backhoe, he'd like to see it, you know, when the ground stiffens up a little bit. So as a lot of you seen, I got my old Ford backhoe going. So I said, well, you know, I wouldn't mind just, even if I got a little bit of the tile in, it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, if I got to stand here and watch somebody digging anyhow and lay the pipe, I might as well just dig it myself, right? So, and it cost me a lot less. Anyway, we got it going. I got to fix a tire today on the front. I had to put a new front tire on a long time ago. And I don't know, the tube rotted in or what. It's a new tire. Anyhow, it won't hold air, so I got a new tube for it. The wife picked it up yesterday because nothing's open on the weekends. And yeah, so anyway, we're just kind of mapping things out. Basically, the way he kind of pointed it out for me, you can't really see really by the paper, but he said best to put a header pipe across the top to kind of catch wherever it is, wherever really it starts, and then run longitude lines out of it, right? 30 inches deep is what he recommends. That's usually what he does. So 24 to 30 inch, you know, I can dig that pretty good with my old backhoe. So the piping, I mean, I gotta find a better place to buy it. I mean, right now I'm looking at $1 a foot, but I mean, everything's expensive right now. So those numbers you see on there, I mean, one of them, you know, just one of them going to be 400 and some feet, right? So that's basically $450 just for one line. So we got three we got to put in here, right? So I'm going to run one across the top there, and then one long one down there, and then another shorter one down here, right down here, down off that bank. So that'll get you started. I mean, then worst case, you just keep adding to it, right? So that's kind of what my goal is. You know, there's all kinds of different ways to do it. I've been trying to watch some different ideas, guys doing it with backhoes, but I haven't. I've seen a few, but basically going to learn as we go. But you can't really do anything with this ground. You can just see it's just water here. This is this way year round. And just a swamp hole, right? So I'm guessing there's springs here on this hill. I'm not sure. I'm guessing that's what it is. It would have been nicer if I started it before I went and chisel plowed that, but okay, even if I got one line in, it's a start, right? So, you know, that's kind of what we're looking at. But I gotta do some work to my energy-free waterer here, because I'm gonna bring all my calves over here to finish them for the winter. And I got a buddy of mine wants me to bring his heifers over. I don't know, he's got 15 heifers or something, want me to feed out. So I gotta do some work there. So when we get back, I'll kind of show you. That's kind of why I'm getting the backhoe going. I got a little project at my mother's. They done some work around their foundation, and they were putting an entryway into their basement, and they all caved in. They got somebody coming with a backhoe. So I said, well, I'm gonna get mine going anyway, so we'll get it going, and then we'd come out and I'd clean it out for them first, and then put it back on my gooseneck, bring it over here, and then start my job, right? So anyhow, that's kind of where we're at. But I got somebody who likes to play in the water, but she didn't like the long walk out here. It's too wet to drive out right now, so we just had some rain last night. But anyhow, when we get back over, I'll kind of show you what my plan is there, and always something going on. So anyways, talk to you in a bit. This is kind of where we're at on this project. So this has got to be done first before I ever touch any tile. So if the ground freezes up too hard and we get into winter, it is what it is. So underneath these here pallets is where the old energy-free waterer is. And I've had different videos on my watering system. And basically you're using frost or heat from below the frost level. that keeps your water pipes thawed out, right? So they're all insulated. There's no heater actually to them. Although I do like to run a heater more because I work also. So I need, you know, I can't get up here in the morning, come home, cows haven't had water all day and all that foolishness, and I'm here messing around with the lid froze and cows bellering. So I just put a heater in. It's like a 250 watt heater. It saves a lot of aggravation, doesn't draw any power. So here, eventually I want to fill this all in with concrete. I don't have the money right now, so I'm not even going to even talk about that. So when I bring the backhoe over, this here pipe, you can't even see it here, but that is solid full of water. Year round, that's full of water. So there's no actual drain. They never ever put a drain in off that. So you need to put a drain in them to keep the water level down, basically to nothing, because otherwise that will freeze down in there, just even at the frost level. It shouldn't, but it depends. You get a little bit of a draft or anything, and then it just turns into aggravation. So what I think I'm going to do, it was a buddy of mine that kind of suggested it, is just, of course, the water line runs there, runs all the way in the shed, inside that, basically like a sorting room, right? So there's water in there. And what I think I'm going to do is just put a whole new energy-free system in. So I'll drain this here off, and I don't know where I'll put it. Maybe I won't put it there. Maybe I'll put it over here. But anyhow, I'll dig a new hole, put a new culvert down in, put a drain off it, tap into that one, and maybe I'll just cap that off and use it just as a service spot. You know what I mean? Like I'll put a door on it or cover it, or maybe I'll just, I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do yet, but maybe I'll fill it in too. But at least that's where it tees off into this room, so I can go through that area and then here, and we'll figure that out after. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, so that way I don't have them walking down in that mud. They can stand here on the concrete, and I can fence this right off so they can't even go down in there if I want them to. And then they got lots of area here, so they can stay on the concrete and go inside the barn and all that, right? So there's lots of concreted area here, and easier for me to keep clean. So that's kind of what we're leaning towards. And then I'll run the drains down towards the brook, you know, at least so they're draining off, and go from there, I guess. So, and then basically when you put it in, then you build a little pad. And then, you know, I don't need a very big pad right now. Just build up concrete so that, excuse me, the water will sit on top of it. So if I'm going through all that, I might as well just do it, and easier for me to clean around it. Otherwise, I got to walk down in that muck all the time to get water. I really don't want that, right? So worst case, I could put one over here and leave that one there and cap it over for now, and then divide it up, right? So you could have, you know, basically a fence between it and keep animals over there and animals over here. So that's kind of what we're leaning towards. So anyway, talking.